Hi everyone, Ravi this side. Welcome to Engineering Adda. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can create your Spring Boot backend application and how you can connect that application to the database. And we are going to use the MySQL database. So let me try to show you those things. So let me go to the IntelliJ and let me try to create the application first. So I'm using the IntelliJ Ultimate version. So from here only I can create our Spring Boot application. If you're not using the IntelliJ Ultimate version, if you're using community version, then I will also tell you how you can create your Spring Boot application. So if you're using the Ultimate version, go to the file, new and project. And here you will find the option of Spring Initializer. And from here, you can create your Spring Boot application. So let me try to provide the name of Spring Boot application that we are going to develop. So let's say the application name is Product Backend, Product Management Backend app. Okay. Now this is the Maven project. So you need to select the Maven here. And these are the version of Java that I'm using. Packaging should be jar. Now go to the next. Let me go to the previous. If you want to provide the group name or artifact, everything you can do. But as of now, I'm just simply creating the application and selecting the Maven. And these are the uh, dependency like Java 17 we are using and the packaging is jar. Now go to the next. Here you need to include some of the starter dependency. So I'm going to use the Lombok. Why you are using Lombok? I already have covered a video on my channel. If you don't know, you can just watch it out. So we are going to use the Lombok Spring Web because this is the web application. And for the database, we are going to use MySQL database. So we need MySQL driver. And we also need JPA, which is a ORM tool. So this many dependency you need. Now let me try to create this application and open in a new tab. So what it will do, it will try to create your application, start downloading all the dependencies that you included, and then it will make your application up. So you can see it here, you can see it is resolving dependency. Those dependency that we added when we are creating the application. So it will try to download all those things. And once it is downloaded, you can run your application. So let me try to walk you through the database. So we are going to use the MySQL database. You need to install the MySQL Workbench for that. And here let me try to create one DB. So once you will connect to the MySQL Workbench, you can see this page. Okay, and you need to go to the DB section and create a database here. So let's say I'm going to create product management DB. Okay, just apply and then apply here as well and then finish it. So our database is created. You can come here and see it, right? And this database name we need to configure when we are going to write the configuration for database connectivity. So you need to remember this. Okay. As of now, we are good with the database creation. We are good with the creation of the backend application. Now let me go to the IntelliJ and let me try to write the code for the database connectivity. So here you will see if you'll go to the if you'll go to the source main, you will see this folders Java and the resources. If you'll go inside the Java, you can see your application here. Okay. If you'll go inside the resource, you will see this application properties file. And here we need to write some code for the database configuration for the database connectivity. So we need to provide the URL, username and the password and some other features for the database connectivity. Okay, so let me try to do that. So to connect with the database, we need to provide the URL, username and the password. So the URL for the database should be Spring Data. This is the key for that. So Spring Data Source dot URL. Okay, and here you need to provide the URL of your database. So our database, let me go to the database. Our database is up on the port number 3000. Let me try to show you. So when I try to connect with the database, I could see those things. Now how I can show you server status. Here you can see, yeah. So our application, this MySQL workbench is up on the port number 3306, not 3000. This application is up on the port number 3306 locally. Okay. So according to this, I will try to create our URL. Okay. So our URL for the database will be, let me try to come here. So it is JDBC MySQL because we are using the MySQL database, and we need, our application is up locally. So localhost and then the port number. So the port number is 3306. Let me go there. Okay. So our port number is 3306. And now we need to provide the database name, the database that we have created. So let me go to the MySQL. Now let me go to the product management DB. So let me copy this database that we have created. Now come to the IntelliJ, and here you need to provide the database name. So this is our URL for the database connectivity. Okay. Now we need to provide the username and the password. So for my case, the username is root and the password is, I will try to show you what password I have. So when you go to install your MySQL Workbench, at the time it will ask for the username and the password. So whatever username you are providing there, the same username you need to keep it here as well. And the password that you provide there at the time of installation, you need to keep it here. Okay. So you need to remember the username and the password that you provide there when you are installing the MySQL Workbench. So I have provided the username as a root and the password is my password. So let me try to uh, do that configuration as well. So Spring data source dot username, and the username is root, and Spring data source dot password, and the password is this for me. Okay. Now we need to do some other configuration which is related to the JPA and Hibernate, so that we can, whenever we are running some APIs, then some Hibernate related query will be fired. Okay, so for that we need to do some configuration. So Spring dot JPA dot generate DDL is equal to true. So it will show you the database query that is fired. Okay, and Spring JPA Hibernate DDL auto. So that we need to do Spring dot JPA dot Hibernate DDL auto. Okay, Hibernate dot DDL auto, and it should be update. Okay, and now let's say our application is like this backend application will be up on the port number 8080 by default, which is the default port for the Spring Boot application. If you want to up your application on some particular port, then you can provide this configuration. So server.port and then the port number. Let's say our port number is 9000. Okay, so our application will be up on the port number 9000. Now let me go to the database, and then let me minimize this. Let me go to the database. Okay, okay, you can see this, right? So here, this is the database that we have created. Inside the table, you won't see any table here. Let me try to refresh it. Nothing is there inside the tables, right? Now let me go to the application, and as of now what we did, we have just created our Spring Boot backend application. What we did, we have created our database, and then we write some code for the database connectivity. Okay, So this is how you need to create your Spring Boot backend application database, and this is how you need to write your code for the database connectivity. Okay, and I think, yeah, we are good now. So here you can come and then run your application to see if your application is running locally or not. So just wait for a few seconds, it will try to build and then run this application. And this is the port number on which our application will be up. So let me try to show you. So you can see our application is up on the port number 9000, right? Okay, so this is how our application is looking like. In the coming video, I will try to show you how you can create your first API. So this is about the video, guys. If you like the video, please hit the like button and please subscribe the channel for more such content. Thanks.